religion doesn't own something or other. Two. I'm sorry.
You suck. Well, so religion doesn't own morals, part 2. So where we let off last time, I was explaining the story about how when I was younger and didn't realize people needed religion, I would try to convert people. So we're going to pick up there, same 15-minute timer, and let's see how far we get on this part. Okay, everybody, here we go. 15. All right, so as I was saying, I would hit the right argument, and I could see it in their heads. Like, it would bounce around. They couldn't make sense. It went against everything they were taught their entire life. And that's what religion does, is it teaches you, it's God's will, it's God's way, it's, we can't tell why God did this, right? So they teach you all these little things as you're growing up, so you can deny, the facts that surround you. That's why actual scientific people can deny evolution, which is, I mean, come on, it's obvious. It's very obvious. You can see it happening. Darwin wasn't a nut or a quack. He went, he saw with his own eyes what was happening amongst the species on that island. And he wasn't the first one either, his Origins of Species was a continuation of other books and other ideas. His was the one that really just caught on.
Can I point out something minor here?
Oh my God, you're gonna talk?
Like you remember Darwin and
God
all of
fucked
these
up
people
when he gave
and everything,
women a mouth.
and he remembers all these things in Darwin and an island, which I don't remember. And you know what? I did good in school, but this sweet, sexy asshole can't even remember my name half the time.
Okay, Kathy.
Oh my God. Okay, we'll continue.
I have long-term memory issues. That's for another video. Might have something to do with a few concussions I've had.
But he remembers Darwin and an island and...
Well, facts are... Well, I can never remember specific fast dates. Well, we're getting off topic again. So back to the story.
Go on.
Okay. So anytime I would sit down, like every day at lunch, I would sit down and talk to this one specific guy. We would talk every day. Are you like accentuating your boobs?
No, I was totally like plugging the hard rock right here while you were talking. Go on. You would talk every day.
Oh, okay.
His name was Kathy.
So we would talk every day at lunch, sit down, and go back and forth. And sooner or later, I plugged the right thing into his brain. And it would start with confusion. I could see it grow on all
Was he
three.
a younger man than you?
No, we were about the same age at the time.
Okay, all right.
So it would always respond, in all 3 cases, responded the same way. Violence.
Oh, he would get violent?
Every time I did this to somebody, at that moment, they would become violent.
Do you think that happens when people don't know how to...
I think that happens when you break conditioning.
That people get violent?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a topic for another time, breaking conditioning.
That's conditioning right
Okay.
there. They would get violent, then they would taper off, right? And it would really screw them up mentally for a while. Like this one guy was average intelligence type of person. He was dumb after that. Like
But
seriously
Don't you feel
dumb.
bad about that?
Why do you think I stopped doing it?
Was he the reason you stopped doing it?
No, I did it. No, he was the second one third one I did it to. He was the reason I stopped.
Okay.
Because I really messed up his head. Now,
Don't you think it's fine for people to live in their whatever world makes them a better person, whatever they believe, no matter what it is, whatever it can be, if they're respecting and being a good person, what difference does it make what their belief is?
I think it's fine now. Now I can tell it. Now I wouldn't do that.
If I worshipped elephants, but it made me a good person, and I wasn't...
I think that some people need that. Some people don't have the intelligence, the fortitude to live on their own. To believe that... I truly believe there's nothing... I've told you this before. So I'm not looking at you right now. Not because she ain't hot, she is, and we all know that.
Okay.
All right. I don't believe anything happens after death. I don't need to.
Right.
I said, this is all I have right here, right now. I don't feel that my existence goes on, or that there's an afterlife, or I'm reincarnated, or anything like that. I'm just going to be a hunk of dead meat in the ground.
Okay.
This is the time I get. This is all I have, and I'm going to make the best I can of it.
But some people need to believe that there is something else.
But you think if people were raised in a society with nothing, with no religion, do you think they'd actually come to religion? That's actually not a good argument.
I was like,
Because if you ask me the way religion got started, do you want to go first?
I was going to say, I think the better question is, remove religion, okay? Remove religion, and do you think people would still be moral and just? Or do you think there would be a lot more shit going on?
That's perfect, because that's exactly the point of this video right here, this conversation, right? Would people still be okay? And religious people say that if you remove God and you remove morals, everybody would just start killing each other. Why?
Well, everybody already did kill each other back in the day.
I want everybody, all right, and I've never done this comment thing before. I want everybody to really think about it. Think about it honestly. If you took away not just morals, but laws, would you kill your neighbor? Would you kill that guy that pissed you off? Would you really?
Would you steal?
Right? Would you?
If you know?
If you remove religion and laws, if you say yes, you're not a good person.
You're right.
I want you to put your comments below what you think. I mean, there's probably not going to be a lot of comments on this one because,
maybe in a few years.
This is our third video or fourth, or I don't know where it's going to land in the mix.
No, that video didn't make it to YouTube.
Oh. You wouldn't want to see that. Well.
Anyway, all right, moving on.
But that's the point. Is like, what do you think? Do you think that if you stripped away the possibility of hell, the possibility of imprisonment? I mean, I know jokingly the other day I said I'd kill everybody, but that was a joke, right? But do you honestly think you'd start killing people?
I don't think I'd kill people, but I will be completely honest because, I've been divorced a long time now, and there are times when I'm broke. Would I steal to take care of my family? There is a strong possibility that I would.
That is a moral question.
I would.
Okay.
I don't think I would steal to take care of myself because I feel like.
I don't think that's morally wrong though.
But I would steal to take care of your
take
the
care
kids,
or feed your family.
Take care of and feed them.
Okay, so you have cable and lights and all this, and you're gonna steal.
So say I can go and I can steal $5,000 and then I'm fine. I would never steal again. I'm all set. I'm all caught up. I'm not behind. Things like that. That'd be a really tough debate within my own mind.
See, I mean, me, I would.
But I'm taking from somebody, and that's not right, and I would feel awful. I don't think in the end I would do it. I hope in the end that I wouldn't do it, but I can't guarantee that I wouldn't.
All right, I wouldn't. Unless it was life or death, and that's mainly because I had a checkered childhood. All right, and that was because of certain pressures that we're not going to get into here.
Are they pressures I already know? Are we discussing topics that?
Parental pressures.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right. So we're not gonna get into why I was a little asshole, but I have strived to lead a moral and right life without God since then, and I think you'll admit that as far as people go, I am about the most honest, moral person you'll find.
A little too honest sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do one video at some point that is Chris.
And before you give me crap about vaping, I smoked for over 30 years.
Oh my God, nobody was even gonna say anything about it.
No, because somebody's gonna comment, "Oh, you're freaking vaping."
Nobody's gonna watch it.
I smoked. Yeah, that's a good point. I smoked for 30 years, and this, I'm not making clouds. Okay, this got me off of cigarettes. Thank you. Okay, remember that.
Side note, Some vaping company's gonna send you shit if this goes anywhere. But anyway,
Wouldn't hurt.
yeah, we're gonna do a video sometime about where Chris needs to draw the line of honesty in a relationship.
Listen, we're down to 5 minutes.
He's sweet.
So
And
let's
he's
get,
so sweet,
get
but
to
he
the
hasn't
point.
learned.
We're down to 5
I'm
minutes.
sorry. Why is it that you can go off track, but I can't?
We're down to fucking 5 minutes.
It's not always about you.
Yes, it is. Really, honestly, it is. 'Cause I'm awesome.
Dear God. Anyway, so remove laws and religion, and where does society go? So let me ask you this: religion's been around forever, right?
Yep.
Well, not forever, but you know what I mean. Like, do you feel that religion created morals back
No.
300, 400, 500 years ago?
No,
'Cause those people were doing some crazy shit.
You think so, but I don't. Well, I mean,
Or do
yeah,
you
I
think
mean,
it's just
there
over-exaggerated?
was some horrible. But you say they were doing some crazy shit, but most of the really crazy shit was done by religious people.
I'm not saying that it wasn't.
Burning people at the stake,
Yes.
flaying them alive, evisceration, the pair of torment when they.
So do
I don't
you
even wanna
think
get
that
into that.
it was worse by the people back in the day because they had a religious backing to their actions? Like, we're gonna burn the
yeah,
witches in
yeah.
Salem
It's-
because it's
It's
against
way worse because
this.
it's justified by God. Any crusade, just like the Muslims, any crusade Muslim extremist, sorry,
Yes, be
you
specific.
are a moody bitch. Take a joke.
Anyway.
So, no, any time that you believe that you are acting for God, you can justify any action. And some of the most horrible, torturous things that ever been done to a human being have been done in the name of God. How many billions have been killed for the name of God?
I don't even know.
Countless billions.
So many.
And, have I ever told you why where I think religion came from?
I don't know. Just tell me again.
I mean, if you go back to when language was new and, humans...
We stopped grunting.
Humans were new, okay? We were surrounded by a world we didn't understand. People were killed every day by the very predators they hunted.
Right.
Everything was a danger. You break a leg and you die from an infection that you don't understand. Eclipses would have seemed like the end of the world. Volcanoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, thunder.
You thought you did something wrong.
Fire. We didn't even know what fire was,
You
right?
sacrificed something to stop something from happening.
In a human group, okay, huddled, scared, in a cave, the elders of the group would have been, I feel they would have been compelled to tell the younger ones stories of why they're not going to die, why that wind outside isn't there to kill them, right? They would have made up gods or deities or all sorts of things to explain what, even to give them like, hey, if you cut down this wheat and leave it on your front step, it will make them feel better and you'll be safe.
So let me ask you this: in cutting down the wheat and leaving it on the front step, because this is not obviously sacrificing something to please the gods, yet. What is wrong with believing in magic and that giving these people hope that tomorrow they were going to live through that day and they were going to live through the next day? Like, I'm saying, if I was sticking wheat out on my front door,
at the time,
there's nothing wrong with that in order to give people hope that they're going to make it.
at the time, I don't think it was a bad thing.
Right.
All right. At the time, it was stories to comfort younger people.
Right.
Then the people who told the stories died, and the people who were told the stories lived, and then they told the stories, and they add. It's the telephone thing that you played in school.
Yeah.
You tell the story, and it gets more and more complicated as you go down the line, and to the point where they're sacrificing people. It starts as something to give comfort to people who are afraid, and ends up as holy wars where you stick people in Iron Maidens. All right?
Yeah, which is horrible.
And it served a place in time. And if you talk about Jesus, Jesus came and, you know, he was you know,
you believe that Jesus existed.
I'm not willing to say that a guy named Jesus wasn't around. I know there was a guy named Jesus because it was a really common name back in the day. All right? For that story to have I'm not going to deny that story happened. I'm not going to say it did happen. I don't know. There's no proof, okay? Other than the Bible, which is full of inconsistencies, all right? What I'm saying is, time's up again.
You might want to make these videos a little bit longer.
No, I don't think we should make them longer. So we're going to do, I guess we'll do a part 3.
We're going to have to.
We're going to have to because...
And maybe Chris won't monopolize the entire part 3.
And just for the record, we do change our clothes.
We're doing part 1, 2, and
yeah,
soon to be
hopefully
3.
Well, we got to kind of end this on 3. I don't think we need 4 parts for this.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna end this one now.
Maybe we kind of started with a slightly too big subject.
There is a part, but remember,
we're gonna try to wrap it up in part 3.
We're gonna wrap it up in part 3, no matter what.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up in part 3, and then we're gonna move on to our next week's subject. We're not gonna talk about that because
I think
next week might have been last week's. I don't know. All right, so, you know.
On that note.
You can say goodbye this time because I don't want to always
goodbye.
be in charge.
Penises are great.